probably like the best way to do it.
Yeah.
It really depends on what format we're going to see because we don't know that, right? And I think it's been a different one
they
almost
just keep
every
changing
TI.
it. They're not satisfied.
Yeah, waiting for that perfect seeding, a perfect tournament format. There is no perfect tournament format, by the way, but there is. Is there? You looked at me like that. There is? No, I don't think there is.
TI4, best tournament ever.
TI4 was
race.
It was very interesting.
It was like first day of main event, we know our finalists.
Yeah, that was not great. But it was a good story for what was it, newbie that was almost knocked out and then ended up winning the whole thing. That was cool.
Yeah, that was the DK one, right? With EG and DK battling it out.
Yes,
they did that. EG did that cool like level 1 Roche thing with like Ench, Ursa.
Did EG do? Yeah. I only remember Cloud9 do that level 1 Roche, and I was crying my eyes out.
I miss level 1 Roche. Bring back level 1 Roche.
Bring back level 1 Roche.
We heard someone talk about level 1 Roche earlier today. I think it was OD, and he was saying that you can do a level 1 Roshan with IO and Shadow Fiend.
I mean, you can, but like you get so little now compared to what you got before.
That is true.
So
Yeah,
no
even
team
if
would
you
ever
do kill
do
it, the rewards are not really worth it, unfortunately. We do have the Earth Spirit ban, by the way, so Schofield.
That's a respect ban. Yeah, and the Viper.
And the Viper. They didn't like that.
Miracle's like, guys, that was a little too close. Was that my draft?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Miracle at the drafting seat once again. Again, though, Heen and Kuroki at his back. Very comfortable drafting there. Alright, so Liquid has banned out the Shadow Demon as well. Now that's an unusual one. Why would they ban out the Shadow Demon? Well,
if Infamous decide to take something like the Luna, nice. You don't want to get cheesed out on one of these.
Did they ban that in game 1?
I don't believe so.
No, it got let through. Like it wasn't even mentioned. It's not there.
Maybe it was a throwaway ban. I asked Ramses after the EG series, and they said, "You remember they banned Huskar Oracle?"
Yeah.
I was
just wanted some heroes to ban. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing I learned when I was at the summit, like just in the rooms being the admin.
Yeah.
Teams just ban hero.
Yeah.
Like not for all the reasons that analysts often it's like, oh yeah, it's good hero, it's bad there. Sometimes it's like lost a pub against it just a game ago. It's like, oh my god, that hero's super good. Let's just ban it out. It's.
I mean, that's the beauty of it, right? We can overanalyze basically everything while someone in game is just thinking, I like it. You know, it's a nice item. It's a nice hero. Or I just want to play this today.
It was always funny, like when I'd be backstage and listen to panels and stuff. Yeah. And sometimes the reason was just it was so much. It was just like we didn't know what else to ban or someone just said, "Give me that hero," because he felt like it. It's like it's a lot less complicated and a lot more random than. There's not some like. Of course, there are a lot of high level thinkings like with draft openers and stuff, but
I think as well sometimes what comes as a natural thought to a pro is like that's just instinct and intuition. They actually have the right reasoning behind it, but they don't think about it because it's it's just there. It's just logic for them. And while for us and for people at home. The logic, like there's a couple more steps in between before we reach that logic. And for us to explain those steps in between, for a pro it might seem like the most obvious thing to say, but for others, not so much. We have a Disruptor and an Omni Knight pick for Infamous, and the Tiny made it through. That will be played by Team Liquid, so they have the 2 cores at start. I am going to imagine that there's going to be 2 cores for Tiny, right?
They could do offlane Tiny too, but yeah, I'd imagine it's 4.
Yeah.
Unless Kuro asked for it.
I mean, we did see him laugh, so you never know. Again, reading into it way too much, probably.
Sometimes Kuro just wants to relive his glory days.
He's played every role, has he?
Yep.
Yeah, but
he has played every role.
I know he wants to be a core.
Except offlane.
I was going to say, he has not played.
I don't think he played off.
Maybe in Dota 1 at some point? No?
I don't think so.
Was he on that, what was it, that Mouse team or whatever at TI2?
He was on the Mouse team with TI2.
Was he carry then?
I think he was carry then, indeed.
I don't think I've ever seen him play off.
Oh yeah, I guess Bambo was on their team.
Yeah, Bambo was offlane. It was the Bambo and Sing Sing one.
Why are you laughing at Bambo, Ted? I do too.
By the way, he tweeted a picture of him with very long hair.
Bambo?
And asked whether he should grow a beard. On air, Bambo, let me tell you. You gotta have one or the other. If you have both, you just look like a homeless guy.
Ah.
Is that true?
Fashion advice from Loom.
I think that long hair works for very few people.
Yes.
Which is why my boy Ted and ilk like him have decided consciously to keep that thing as short as possible.
I think Fog tried to follow suit too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm leading.
10 seconds.
A lot of trendsetters in Dota.
Yeah.
Fashionistas.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright. So we got the bans out as well. We got 2 cores banned out by Liquid, both the Drow and the Terrorblade. That's both heroes that are annoying to deal with and kind of dictate the style of game you're gonna play. And allow you to push fairly early.
If I ask for SF. Oh, they take IO.
No, it's the IO. The IO Tiny. And we do have the Death Prophet. So earlier we said that if Infamous pushes towers and gets kills, that's fine, but they have to be able to get something off the back of that, right? Is the Death Prophet, is that a good hero to do that with? Do they need more? Is it enough?
I think they should just continue to overwhelm them with team fight. Make sure no matter what you can win the fight.
Okay.
If you're Infamous. Through the laning phase. Go the opposite end.
Well, it helps to win the laning phase and win the team fight too.
Yeah.
And right now, DP, Omni, these are really strong laning heroes, so I got nothing against those picks.
Liquid ran this against EG, against their Omni. Mel thought it was an okay matchup.
What was the matchup?
Omni versus Tiny Wisp.
Okay. I mean, it seems okay, right? Repel,
Tiny
walk
free
away.
farms.
I mean, Tiny's free farms against most.
I guess it's Axel for the Disruptor, so we still Stinger is gonna play the Omni Knight, so we're still needing a Schofield hero. Something instead of that Air Spirit that he played previous game.
Team Liquid's
Something that
Night
can
Stalker.
move around.
Okay.
Ooh,
Naga.
Naga Siren.
Naga, I told you, dude. Just copy newbie. Literally, just do what they did.
I mean, these two heroes are really strong against Relocate.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
This literally looks like a newbie light up.
I mean, it can work out. It is also, like you're saying, they should team fight and, go full team fight. If the team fight's not working out, press R for a safe exit. Done. They can reset. Naga Siren.
Yeah, but what did Liquid learn against that?
That's the question. No pressure, Miracle.
Curl couldn't figure it out. Now it's time for...
So Liquid has ran Mind Control Razor a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
They have like multiple heroes that they can send offlane. I do like the SF idea against DP.
If I'm a mid player in this meta, I'm asking for SF every game. SF or OD.
Oh, Tinker.
I think Tinker's so boring to play now.
I mean, he's so good, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, Tinker's banned.
Yeah. Conceptually talking about, if you're a mid player,
Yeah.
SF's the most fun hero to play.
Fun, most fun.
You raise people. It feels so good.
he
Queen
always.
of Pain not fun?
Queen of Pain is...
Queen of Pain and Puck?
Puck feels really weak nowadays.
Okay.
You don't feel like you have the same burst damage like
Dina.
Dina's okay, but she also...
Not as
feels-
much fun.
Yeah. And back when you were one-shotting everybody, that was pretty entertaining.
You would imagine that OD is pretty much fun as well.
OD feels like... It feels really cool to auto-attack, you know? You're going boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
It hurts.
What role was this Pugna? Offlane? I think is the most common way that the European has played it.
Yeah. Matama Man just played it mid, though, at against EG. Whomped them.
All right.
10 seconds remaining.
Not as bad as game 2.
I'm not sure if I like the Pugna versus DP.
5 seconds remaining.
It's okay. It's nice against Omni, too, and it clears out Naga.
Team Liquid's turn to ban.
They ran Earthshaker.
Yep. In terms of team fight, do you feel Liquid already has enough to answer Infamous' team fight? Because they've got quite a bit now already.
10 seconds.
Infamous has a lot of team fight.
I think Liquid needs a lot more, actually.
5 seconds.
They don't really have a ton of control. to begin with. Especially you need control now through the Omni Knight shield.
Yeah.
Or like sleep. Like I feel like Infamous, if they're playing it smart and they have the cooldowns, they could disengage or engage into anything. So I feel like Liquid is really behind on that department.
I got a text from Fogg and he said if Infamous gets more than 2 kills this game, he'll shave half his head. So
half his head. Does he want to do the mohawk or the inverted mohawk?
I hope it's both.
How's the inverted mohawk?
It's where you just take out the middle.
Who would do that?
Fogg apparently really wants to for the viewers.
Isn't that just like male pattern boldness?
Kind
on
of.
purpose?
I think it'd be super legit. Good for you, Yannis.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, he didn't actually say that.
No. I know. I see your phone right there, and I know I haven't seen it lit up, so or see you looking at your phone at all, for that matter. That's an ancient
Their disable is Avalanche, Decrep, and Tether Slow.
You can have a Avalanche toss into Cold Feet.
All right. Figured it out, Sheever.
Yep.
Got him. There's not enough disable for Team Liquid. Look, if you cover the team names up, I would go with Infamous's draft.
Me too,
honestly.
Is the crap, is that the long enough duration to proc Cold Feet?
I don't think so.
No? Oh, there is the Weaver.
Oh,
and
yeah. There's no disable at all.
It's a good thing we're not actually doing predictions this tournament. What we are doing, though, is I want to know what needs to happen, Lumi, for Liquid to take this game. Like, you say they have the least favorable draft, but what do they need to do to
So Tiny needs to go off and punish the squishies you could pick off. So Disruptor is a free kill. Weaver, before he gets really farmed up, is a free kill.
Yeah.
I didn't see who picked Tiny, but Tiny needs to get off this game.
Okay. What does Infamous need to do, Will?
They need to scale this Weaver as fast as possible, make him unkillable. Be very smart with how you take these fights.
Yeah.
Let Weaver do the dangerous stuff when he shoves out the waves. Because IO Tiny has to get aggressive in this game. If you match that pace, he'll be just fine. I actually really like Infamous's draft. I think this is, if you're going to win, this is the game
one.
winner. Yeah.
All right, let's find out what's going to happen here in game number 2. It is over to Odie, Pixel, and Pyrian Flag.
And thanks very much, Sheev. And these, the panel say, they like what Infamous is doing. Again, here, they did also say, you know, in game 1, there were certain strengths to draft, and we certainly saw it. It was a relatively close game to open with, some great showing in the laning stage. So this game, Infamous, with this Weaver,
honestly,
not a massive amount of lockdown.
Yeah, this is a really weirdo draft from Liquid. Like, I'm looking at it, and it doesn't make sense to me at all. I mean, sure, you know, they've won a TIO, but all I'm saying is, maybe sometimes they make a mistake. I'm sure that this is brilliant drafting from them, and it's going to be like, oh my god, I didn't understand how this is going to work, and it will. But it's just crazy looking to me.
I mean, for me, the thing that I look at is there's a GHI. Like, this guy, he just doesn't lose
stuff
games
like that.
on the GHI. So I think if you get an IO and you're Liquid, it doesn't matter whatever 4 heroes you pick, you're probably going to win.
Infamous's lineup, dude. That's a really solid lineup.
I mean, it is. And as the panel said, you know, it's sort of taking a book page out of the book that we've seen Newbie run.
I mean, Pugner? Really?
Find it, though. They're looking for that first blood. Schofield.
I mean, here's the thing, Owen. I like Pugner, all right? But he also dies really easily. He's squishy, and it's a weird hero. He's underfarmed. Pugner sucks. Oh my god. Weaver needs to be careful here.
I mean, this is the thing, sure, you know, Weaver very elusive. Lockdown's not great, but they catch him out with one stun, one avalanche. They will have the burst damage early on to deal with him. Last is not going to be something that Katara wants to be taking anytime soon in a game like this. And Liquid will be able to maintain control of this bottom rune spot. Same time though, Infamous have invaded that half of Liquid's jungle, so we'll just be the 2 bounty runes. Going either way on the respective sides of the map. We'll see what lanes come out. Katara is going to be supported down here by Schofield, and it does look like Liquid are going to commit to some sort of aggressive lane. Bottom of Emmo. Both Curran and GH down there. Top lane Miracle. He's more than happy to be left in this 1v1.
Yeah.
You know, this is where you're always going to get a good static link off as the Razor. Stinger does still manage to grab the creep wave though, as always. Pulling it around and making sure that he gets that nice and easy early bit of experience underneath the safety of his tower.
I got a question for you. How did Weaver already have a last hit? He had a last hit when the game started.
The ward. There you go.
Thank you, OBS.
The OBS.
I always forget about the old ward.
And that's nice. There's a juicy bit of gold to kick off the lane. Kataro, back up as Schofield and Excel. But yeah, so both teams having both supports down on this bottom lane.
I can't believe he took the ward. If I'm a support and I've bought the sentry ward, that's my money.
I don't know, you're giving your core that bonus gold in the lane stage.
Screw them. They've got lots of chance to get rich. Supports are poor. They need help.
Yeah, with CS goes down. See how much mind control can do to take from him. Let's get a few denies as we see that on the side. GH tethering across to Kuro. Cell.
The old Wisp A8 combo. Bonk.
That's not fun to look at the damage there for the cleave as well. You have to be careful how close you get. As this Weaver with very low HP. The power of the Tiny here. Being able to beat back the third man of Infamous. That tree.
Power of the tree. So, I mean, the thing is, we were talking about lockdown. The guys were wondering whether Cold Feet and Decrep have enough time to proc. I think if you Decrep someone, it does slow them. I can't remember what the exact percentage is, but it's a hell of a lot.
I think it's 50% at all levels.
But the proc distance for Cold Feet is actually bigger than you think. It is actually pretty big.
Yeah, I think you are. Yeah, you are fine to get the chance to get that proc. So we'll probably see it in action. Up top, Miracle doing his best to keep Stinger zoned away from the creep wave. Deals as much damage as he can.
It is mid Pugner. Alright, then I changed my mind. Mid Pugner I'm fine with.
Well, because you get the good levels, you have to push towers quick.
And he needs stuff. He needs things. What he doesn't need is to be like, he's crap as a support. I was really worried they're going to run him as a support. But no, they've gone for him mid. Because, I mean, there's no other way they could have run him, really. I think Will was saying that they ran Pugner mid against EG and won, so...
Bottom lane, look at this Infamous.
Yeah,
Gets the bugs onto all of them with the physical damage between the bugs and the Riptide. It's going to bring them down low. GH is going to be chased. Kataro looking for Kuro. You've got GH coming across to it for Kataro. They're going to get one. Excel gets the first blood. They get the second kill. They've got the root as well onto mind control. He does have the avalanche, but Infamous, they're ready to chase. Kataro and Schofield looking in, but Kataro gets cold feet. As he does have to back off. He's scared of going in for the mind control kill.
Good one.
Doesn't literally get cold feet, but you know what I mean.
Bonk. Oh my.
Got him.
Just slap, give him the old backhand slap-a-doodle there.
Look at this juice for GH, but the root's out. They come in. Kataro could still get some kills out of this for sure. GH is trying his best to bottle up. They pop the stick charges. Kataro hunting down GH, but GH he's juked the Weaver. Kataro goes the wrong way, and GH will be able to keep himself back and alive.
So wait a minute, Tree Grab doesn't cost any mana? It must cost mana.
It's 50 mana, isn't it?
Okay. Oh, it's because now it's on Toss.
Yeah, once you got it picked up, the Toss itself doesn't cost any additional
I do not play Tiny. Not my hero.
He's a fun hero.
Yeah, I know, but he's just not my hero.
Chucking trees at people, avalanching, tossing, looking for Excel, getting quick kills. There we go! The tree comes in. Kataro's looking for the return kills, gets GH, bugs are out. Kataro's low. Toss is going to finish him. Mind Control gets the double. Schofield has to be careful. Mind Control's still got a lot of mana. He could turn. He may even be able to just get the kill onto Schofield. He's looking for the body blocks up. Kuro has to be careful though. Schofield coming in with the Riptide. He got another toss, but Mind Control is hung around too long. Kataro's back. Will take down Mind Control. Crazy lane down here at the bottom as both teams going at it.
I think this is actually a good idea from Liquid to just go, you know what? We may not like destroy you in this lane, but we're going to disrupt the hell out of it. And they know that if this Weaver gets a lot of farm, that's real trouble for them because they've definitely spotted that they lack the lockdown.
And while we're looking at the other lanes, you know, mid lane is close, 27 for 6 on the Timmermanic compared to Beat's 23 for 4. Bottom lane, in they go again, Avalanche and Toss, tossing Katara back. Fine though with the Shikuchi, gets himself back to safety. Sentry laid down by Kuro. Top lane, easy lane at the moment for Miracle. 24 for 15 against the 13 for 4, as expected in this 1v1. Razor's going to have an edge. Miracle, he's getting a little bit more than that.
You're good at this.
Edge?
Razor's going to have an edge. A Razor's edge, you see? You're a natural.
I should cast a TI.
You should.
Valve, my phone line's open. From lane. Katara, how's he doing on CS down here? 14 for 6. Mind Control's getting good farm as well. They're 50 for 5. But it is, the fact that the top lane's being won so heavily is giving that overall edge for Liquid on this laning stage. If you are Infamous, you do want to try and find that little bit more out of this, and you can see that with Schofield. He's already making the rotation. He's going to try and head up to top lane. Try and just put a bit of a slowdown onto Razor's farm, but you've got to be careful. It's level 3 Naga. If he gets a good static link off, Miracle can try and turn, but he is being baited in quite deeply. Bottom lane, Katara on his own. Gets gone on these sort of rotations from the Naga Siren, leaving the other lanes vulnerable.
Yeah. Liquid always taking advantage of things like that. They're very, very quick to spot. Hey, so-and-so's missing. Let's kick his mate's ass.
And like, as you see, Schofield comes up here. I don't know if you can kill Miracle.
It's going to be very difficult. What is Schofield a reference to? Philip Schofield?
It's a gun, isn't it?
It is, a Schofield rifle.
The rifle.
I mean, it's a pretty old school reference.
What he can do here. And he goes, but straight away the static link comes out. You've got the purification, you've got a few punches. I don't think it's going to be enough. It's not. Old Stinger just gets turned around upon. I think you have to get out there, Schofield. He has got the back of Pepita. Crips won't come through onto 2. They're moving in and Schofield will be fine. Pepita now looks to turn. Chasing the gap here with the Exorcism and the Spirit Siphon, but GH and Miracle, they split. Miracle's going to be hunted down in the trees. Can Pepita find him? Goes straight for the TP out. Miracle, he's got. Gets back in time. They've got no sort of catch in time. Schofield can't find the vision for the route. So again, as expected, that it was always going to be a hard kill for them to get this. Naga Siren and Omni Knight have very little chances at taking down Miracle.
Look mid as well. Starting to push this tower now with Matu. Pugner's always going to do that to you, but the moment DP leaves the lane... Oh, you like to slow people and suck them off?
He is going to be ready to dive, just pushing in, forcing Pepita back. Schofield is there with a wraparound, but again, this low-level Naga Siren just doesn't have that much potential. He can't just run into these heroes. He has to let these objectives go. As Matuma Man, 7 minutes in, taking in the tower.
7 minutes, Owen. And what's the stat? Take the tower, win the game.
Absolutely. And, you know, this is a lot of time without that Exorcism. Pepita tried to use it to fight top, so Infamous themselves unlikely to be taking any tower soon. Bottom lane Excel, he's got the quick glimpse. Buy him some time. We'll see if Matuma Man wants to keep hunting. He does. Matuma Man's coming across. Excel's going to hide behind the tree, hope for the best, but look, bam! Matuma Man knows where he is. Dome. He reads him like a book.
Do you know what? The thing with Pugner is early on you kind of have mana issues. Like his spells are very greedy, but with the IO, it really does mean that he can sustain a lot more. Like he can get more spell damage out. Because he does a ridiculous amount of damage, Pugner, once he gets rolling. But he's top of the net worth. Yeah.
At this stage, I mean, 8 minutes in, it's still very early days. As soon as he takes the tier 1 tower, rotates towards bottom, Matuma Man, he's looking to take another. Going in onto Katara, Infamous, they do have a response. They're bringing in Stinger as well. Going straight forward onto him. Purification to heal up Katara. They surround Matuma Man. Avalanche is there for Mike. Tries to buy some time. They turn with the blast. Matuma Man's going to be fine because GH is here. Healing Matuma Man back up. Matuma Man's still alive for now. They can't kill him with the backup of this IO. And now Schofield's the last one alive down here. He's trying to hide himself in the tree line. Will juke it out. He has got a TP. He will head in, but again, they've got the vision. They know exactly where he is. Schofield trying to create as much distance as he can before he goes for the TP, and he will make it.
Man.
But still.
Honestly, that's just some teamwork right there. But that's what we were saying about the Wisp is GH God on the Wisp, of course. Great with Tiny, but you often forget. He's gonna help a lot of other heroes too.
He's gonna be saving anyone at this stage. And having the decrep as well, self-decrep, you know, making sure that Katara is limited in what he can do in the punches. Most certainly give you enough time for GH to heal you up enough and get you back to fighting shape. 8 for 4, 4K gold lead for Liquid this time round, themselves getting a very considerable lead for this stage of the game. They're doing exactly what they need to do, pushing these lanes down with the Pugner, keeping the pressure high and making sure that Infamous can do very little to respond. We know that the strength for the Naga is having that song to disrupt these plays, but if you're making these plays before there's the level 6 on the Naga, there's not much that Schofield can do against this pressure.
I mean, yeah, they're pushing the tier 2. There's really not much that Infamous can do in response. Lacking the levels on a whole bunch of heroes is very difficult. I was thinking, like, why the AA pick? And then I'm actually like, you know what? Amazing against Omni heals, and also means Death Prophet doesn't heal up after her ult if you catch her in that as well. Pretty strong. And she can't, I mean, can she still lifesteal for people? Like, does that count as healing? I guess she does. She might take your lifesteal, but she doesn't gain it, right?
You'll still get damage, but yeah, absolutely. You won't get any heal if the Ice Blast is upon you mid lane, though. Kuro! Might as well worry about the Ice Blast if the AA is dead.
Wow.
Do manage to catch out Kuro in the mid lane, trying his best to find the XP on his way to that level 6. GH tag team himself towards that mid lane. Try and find his 6, level 5 at the moment on the IO. Infamous now interested in making a play up top as it seems, but again it seems like Pepita, he's had to use the Exorcism and he's not using it to take towers. 100 seconds without it, he's still going to try and fight, gets the silence out. Katara moving in as well, they're looking for mind control. They should find him. They have to back up. No, GH is there. Look at this, coming in with the IO, keeping mind control alive. Only just surely goes down, and he does. Mind control will fall. They'll get the 1-for-1. Katara chasing down GH as well. Should find the IO, but no, he zips across. Back to Matuma Man. Katara's hunting. He really wants that GH kill, but he can't quite find it. Miracle's got vision on him there. As out comes the ring, and they have the spirits damaging it. Katara's got to be careful. He's got his around.
He's got his ult in 3.
And he does at the back of a Stinger. Purification and Repel out onto the Weaver. Slow from the Decrepifier onto Schofield. Liquid continuing to chase. Kuro's there with a wraparound. Stinger's level 8. Doesn't want to go for that. He'll look towards Schofield instead as the 4-mana Liquid chase down this Naga Siren.
This is the lack of lockdown there that they were talking about on Liquid's team. I feel like against the Weaver.
It's a slow and painful death, but
it's slow.
It is a kill that they get eventually.
The Weaver is a problem.
Yeah. Tara just a little bit too slippery at this stage.
Wait till he gets a Lincoln's. What then?
Just solely relying on the avalanche from try to set things up to Katara. Ether Lens though now online for Matuma Man on top of the Arcane Boots. His top net worth still on this Pugna. They have taken those 2 tier 1s so far, and Matuma Man straight up in the top lane. He's looking for the 3rd tier 1 tower. But Infamous, they want to do something about this.
Yeah, I like this move. They know where Liquid are going to be. If they can pick someone off, they can push back, defend the tower, and just getting a kill on the board would be good as well. They're 6 and 11, so it's not looking too bad, but I still feel like they're on the back foot at the moment. 4K lead for Liquid at 12 minutes as well.
Matuma Man just keeping himself well and truly hidden behind that tower. Now he'll reveal himself. They will want to dive this silence straight up onto Matuma Man. Stinger leading him with the Soul Ring Purification. They have the route out onto Matuma Man. 4 heroes surrounding him. He's trying his best to keep alive with the heal, but the glimpse is there to break the channeling. And Matuma Man is down. Infamous take the Pugna kill. I look to try and take the tower as well. Looks like Katara again gets gone upon. Slippy gets himself out. He's not going to fall here. The Weaver keeping his life intact.
They took a lot of damage there from Matu for that kill. That does bode well for Liquid. Someone else had been there, I think they could have turned that fight around, but as it was, kind of sacked it off. But Infamous still haven't taken the tower. Liquid are able to rotate back into position.
They've got the Exorcism back for Papisu if they want to commit for this push. Mind Control, he's looking for the toss-up and combo onto the Naga Siren. Schofield's gone, they could try and get more. Drums are popped. They're trying to close the gap. They've got their eyes towards Pepita. He's got the Siphon to look to slow down Mind Control. Silence as well, but GH is there with the backup. Mind Control can look to dive. They get the toss back straight away. Axel has put up the Static Storm. Managed to trap 2 in it, but Matuma Man's falling low. Matuma Man's down. They get themselves the Pugna kill. On the back lines, Mind Control looking for the combo onto the Death Prophet. Takes down Axel as well. GH is there, keeping Mind Control topped up. Ready to go with mana to punch through old Stinger. 3 down on the side of Infamous. Kataro. Again, he's surviving, but he's not able to do much in the fights. His damage really falling off at this stage. He's still yet to farm up that first big item as he does start to fall behind the net worth equivalent of the cores of Liquid.
I do like the pickoff on Naga Siren. It meant that they couldn't get set up on. It also meant if the fight started going their way, they couldn't just... Oh, she's actually only level 5, so it doesn't matter, but it was still a good thing.
She needs that 6. That's one of the things that's stopping her.
No.
It's like sort of similar to what we saw in Kuro in the first game. Did struggle to get the levels on the support position.
GH! He needs help.
He's got the tether.
He's away.
He's good. He actually TP's out straight away, just in case. In fact, that might have left Kuro and Mind Control in a bad position. There is no way. He does have relocate, so he can come back in. To get Mind Control out of there if he needs it. Mind Control might just need that. Here we go. He's relocated in. GH has come back across. He's there ready to tether in on whoever needs it the most. They're just playing around with Katara at the moment. Katara has to scoot you away. Mind Control turns. GH comes back in with the top up. Keeps this man alive. Tiny's fine. GH does get relocated back out of there. Of course, Schofield tried his best to get out. Mind Control blinks back up to the high ground. Sees the bigger kill. Bursts down Kataro. Double kill for the Tiny. Schofield wrapping around. He'd love to try and at least find Kuroki, and he will do so. Does manage to get him down. He's going to fall low himself, though. The creep's diving in. Schofield hiding himself in the tree line. Pepita does, with the help of Excel, get the Tiny kill. So at least Infamous are getting some sort of trades out of this. The big kill there certainly being that of bringing down Mind Control.
Matthew's looking for Schofield now in the trees.
Liquid's not done here. Schofield has the song.
Oh, he just hit it.
And here we go. They want to try and fight this. Pepita and Excel coming in with a wraparound. They have the kinetic field. I believe it should clip GH as well. Yeah, they still have some time left on the exorcism, but look at the turn. With the life drain. That Death Prophet's just going to straight up die. Schofield has won to fall. That was not the dive for Infamous to make. Axel will be very lucky to get away from that.
The ward for Matu did a lot of damage to them there, and they suddenly realized, lads, we got to get the hell out of here.
Midlane Mind Control. He was a little off the mark there with the Avalanche. Didn't quite catch Kataro. So yeah, that fight up top Good news for Liquid as they maintain their lead and they make it even bigger now. 8k and the advantage. For 10.
Shadowblade is Tiny's next choice.
Stage for Mind Control, all he needs is the setup. They've got more than enough burst behind him. If he gets the sort of opening and jumping in on the mid lane, they have the toss combo with the Decrepify. Such huge amounts. Magical damage. Not even a chance to react with any sort of spell from the Omni.
I like these kind of drafts. I mean, you don't normally get to see this kind of draft, do you?
No, from Liquid, this is very much the outplay draft. You know, they've got these heroes that they can make these plays with. As I said, you put GH in a lineup on an IO with any sort of playmaking hero, and you're just going to be seeing this time and time again where GH is just enabling each and every one of his cores to go ham and not worry about being in any sort of threat from the enemy team.
They must sense danger here. The ball of light is like the bait on the end of that fish that lives underwater, you know? The angler fish. Teasing you in.
And there we go, teasing Pepita back into the clutches.
Tempted in and DP.
You can't come near this Tiny. Mind Control will be straight on top of you with a blink. Toss back into the rest of Liquid.
They've actually got crazy burst damage, like just with the Tiny and the Pugna.
And they've got very good push as well with the blast. As here we have Liquid 17 minutes in. No messing around for them in game 2. I really feel the mistake in the draft came from Infamous when they let that IO get into the hands of GH. Toss back as well onto the Omni Knight. Stinger surrounded, he's down. This is getting very brutal very quickly for Infamous. As the panel mentioned, sure, the Weaver is pretty elusive, but they don't care about the Weaver.
Yeah, no time. They're like, you know what? We're not going to give you half an hour, Weaver. We're going to just take all your buildings.
The Weaver can Shikuchi, but the Barracks can't. They're stuck there for the taking, and Liquid, 18 minutes in, clear up the middle lane.
That was crushing. Like, just blink, toss, get him back into the mix, and the lads will take care of the rest.
All right. Again, they see him. They're sort of like, all right, go on your merry little way.
Spirits are very annoying. What is the IO talent? There's definitely an IO talent involved in the spirits, isn't
Adds extra damage on him.
Yeah. Another hero I just do not play.
Level 15, and it's a lot as well, the plus 90.
Whew.
So adds up when you add all those balls together.
Hey!
See what, I mean, Katara is trying to play around with this all. How long to get off the mark from Mind Control? They have the song. What sort of setup do they have, though? They have got Static Storm and Exorcism. They managed to get both supports. They get the IO and the AA. That's going to be Kuro and GH going down, or maybe not. GH is still alive for now. Gets glimpsed back. Surely he's going to fall. He does. They get the 2 supports, but already the cores of Liquid are ready to fight back for their support losses. Triple kill for Miracle. I mean, you saw the intention there for Infamous, but at the end of the day, it was just the supports that they're getting in the combo. The cause at this stage for Liquid, the fact that their team is 15k ahead, they're more than strong enough to fight without the backup required from GH and Kuro.
And you know, the other problem they've got is if you have a fight like that and you're picking off the supports, Razor meanwhile is building up all the damage he needs, and he picks up a sick triple kill at the end there, no problem.
I mean, so Miracle had a very easy lane to start with, 607. He had a very easy 1v1 matchup against the Stinger Omni Knight, and then now 12k net worth. A clear, well, he's nearly double that at the highest on Infamous.
Yeah,
this game looks like it very well may be over quite soon.
I mean, that's all the towers and a lane of racks. Not all the towers, I mean all the towers added up has given him almost all this money. There's only 1 outer tower left for Infamous. Miracle, 607, great lane to farm in, loads of last hits, plenty of time. Very chill.
This game is probably what most people were sort of expecting in terms of difference between these two teams, which we didn't see in game 1. No, game 1 definitely one for Infamous to look back on and say we certainly did something right at the start of it.
They definitely had a shot. There was a point in that game where it looked like it could go either way.
But this game,
less so.
I mean,
much less.
Quite less so. Yeah. This is just Liquid playing as the team we all know in terms of their strengths and knowing how to abuse the opponent's weaknesses. With this lineup,
Mind Control just waiting. He's just waiting there. He's like, okay, you want to jump my Miracle?
Yep.
Guess what?
You get a toss back.
You're going to get tossed into hell.
What can Infamous do here? They don't have the song. They don't have the ghosts. They're lacking those teamfight ultimates that they require onto to have a chance of even killing the supports, as they're only able to do so the last time round. As the racks are just getting slowly trickled down by Miracle.
Trying to find this Weaver, but I don't think they even really need to worry about him, honestly. I mean, they just left Miracle.
The racks are going, and Infamous are doing nothing because they can't.
Wow. Very, very, very tough game for them. Weaver has Diffusal now. That combined with that talent that takes mana off you is absolutely terrifying for most, but against Liquid's lineup, they're just like, you know what? We're just going to walk away from you. You're only level 13. We don't really care. I feel like he could be split pushing, but at the same time, he's so terrified of the burst coming out from Tiny IO.
I mean, there's a 21-minute Octarine on this Pugna.
Wow.
It's got to be one of the faster ones we've seen. Octarine Ether Lens, devastating to these buildings, especially with the -1 second cooldown. That's on a 3-second cooldown now, that blast. Serious amounts of damage.
Nutty.
And the ward as well, of course, with the Octarine now at more frequent than 100% uptime. It's going to be there all the time, unless Infamous can take it down. Pepita does find mind control in their jungle. Matuma as well being chased by Katara, but he has the self-decrepify, gets him to the high ground, repels there onto Katara, so he is able to man up, take down the ward. They're looking for these kills, they have the song. Now they caught the Tiny and IO, they can go for these two in the Static Storm. This is not a bad way at all to start off the fight. GA as well there for Infamous as they commit straight away onto GH's IO. They take him down, turn towards mind control, they have the root. There's going to be a buyback from GH though. He wants to get back into the fight. TP's across, mind control, getting glimpsed, but GH, he's going to be able to come in. Oh, just in time. And he plays the offensive relocate. He takes mind control just up to the high ground because he thinks that they can still try and fight. But GH will pay with his life for that one. Mind control could also still be in trouble as he's caught out. They lose the Weaver as well. The Ice Blast is going to be huge though from Kuro,
so much damage.
And indeed, this Raze is just untouchable, running through these fights. There's nothing they can do to put a dent
Another
into
triple.
Him. Godlike for that man. Kataro stuck in the tree line here as he plays around with mind control. He's going to go back into his little corner, try for the TP out, but mind control reads him like a book, jumps in with the toss.
Man, this Razor just biding his time in these fights. They just can't kill him too fast, and then he stole too much damage at the end.
Yeah, and you can see in that last fight, Liquid just playing around with him. GH does end up losing his life as well as mind controls, but they both buy back in. They know that they can continue to push.
It looked like good setup. They got the Tiny IO. I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good combo, but then just outplayed, I think, in the end.
There we have it, the base push from Liquid to try and close this series up and get that 2-0 in their favor.
You know, another problem for Infamous, we're talking about lack of lockdown on Liquid. There are no stuns like on Infamous.
No, they have to have this, pretty much the Static Storm and Kinetic Fields.
That's really what they're hoping for.
They have to have that setup from the song, and without that, very little ways, as you say, of holding Liquid in place. And even then, the damage is still incredibly lacking from their lineup. They're 20k behind. And here we have it. Liquid again, in they go. Mind control straight in with the combo. That's no Naga Siren for 30 seconds. They've got the static link onto Pepita. Ice Blast is going to be flying towards the fountain. Pepita will be fine as he gets back in with a repel. Miracle's looking to dive. Has to be a little bit respectful of the fountain damage. Brings it down to half. Katara playing around with Kuro on the back. Axel's also there, but mind control quickly blinks out of the kinetic field. They do lose the courier here as Infamous are able to find that one, but Axel stuck, surrounded by the four of them, beaten down, back towards the base. Pepita's just getting manned up upon by Miracle, and GG is called. Infamous tap out, and Liquid get the 2-0 that from the start of this game looked pretty inevitable here, Ted. This was the Liquid stomp that people expected.
This is what they thought. The first game, I thought Infamous acquitted themselves really well. This time, Liquid just turned it up another gear, and they absolutely walked all over them. That was brutal.